So the noble fight against the invisible enemy has inflicted a steep toll on the American workforce. As we all know, millions of Americans sacrificed their jobs in order to battle the virus and save the lives of our fellow citizens. We have a solemn duty to ensure these unemployed Americans regain their jobs and their livelihoods. Therefore, in order to protect American workers, I will be issuing a temporary suspension of immigration into the United States. You heard about that last night. By pausing immigration, we'll help put unemployed Americans first in line for jobs as America reopens. So important. It would be wrong and unjust for Americans laid off by the virus to be replaced with new immigrant labor flown in from abroad. We must first take care of the American worker, take care of the American worker. This pause will be in effect for 60 days, after which the need for any extension or modification will be evaluated by myself and a group of people based on economic conditions at the time. This order will only apply to individuals seeking a permanent residency. In other words, those receiving green cards, big factor, will not apply to those entering on a temporary basis. As we move forward, we'll examine what additional immigration-related measures should be put in place to protect U.S. workers. We want to protect our U.S. workers, and I think as we move forward, we will become more and more protective of them. This pause on new immigration will also help to conserve vital medical resources for American citizens. A short break from new immigration, depending on the time we're talking about, will protect the solvency of our healthcare system and provide relief to jobless Americans.
We're reporting right now that it only applies to employment, green cards for employment, but not for those for
It is
immediate
green
family.
cards, but we're going to be reporting on that later on. It might be tonight or tomorrow. We'll give you an exact report.
You can say to people who may be worried about the ability to bring immediate family members into this.
No, I think it's been covered pretty accurately in this case. I think most people know what it is, and some people will be able to get in. We have to do that, obviously, even from a humane standpoint. But there'll be some people coming in. But it's a strong order. It's a strong order.
Okay.
It involves a big circle.
You've raised concern for a long time, even in good economic times, about immigrants taking Americans' jobs. So under what conditions would you consider lifting this halt on immigration?
Well, we're doing, yeah.
Or is this sort of an opportunity to address what you've seen as a problem for a long time?
Well, I think, look, right now, obviously, we had the greatest economy in the world, and then one day we had to shut it down. They said, you have to shut it down. We did the right thing, because I think we would have had 1 million or maybe even 2 million or maybe more than that deaths. So we did the right thing. But certainly this would pertain. I mean, when you look at it right now, the last thing we want to do is take American workers' jobs. It's one thing when we were essentially, they used to call it full employment, and it's another thing right now. Right now we have people that have lost their jobs, and we hope they're going to come back and come back fast, and then we can have an even deeper discussion. But right now we have to have jobs for Americans.
Would you have any sense of, like, if unemployment gets to 4% or 5%?
Well,
people who are
we'll have
looking
to see. I mean, I hope we're in that position to have that debate. Right now, we're not in that position. Right now, we closed down the largest economy, the greatest economy in the history of the world. It's the most successful economy. When you look at the stock market, we're breaking records virtually every week, sometimes every day. And stock market's still not doing badly considering what this country has been through, which really tells you how strong it was in the first place. But no, I hope we're going to be able to have that discussion. I hope we're in a position. That's like a good discussion to have, but that'll be a little bit later.